Hello there everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to do the wide XR mod beef tubes, or just the XR axle mod, or whatever you want to call it. Basically allowing you to put XR10 axle shafts into your SCX-10 axle right here. So it's a fairly simple process as long as you're using the wide tubes. The wide tubes, keep in mind, will give you an extra 1/2 inch of track width on either side, so you'll get an extra 1/2 inch here and here on your front axle. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just basically completely strip down your axle. As you can see, I've already gotten the C-hubs and stuff off, so basically you're just going to take the screws out that go through there into there, and you're just going to remove it. Put those aside, because chances are you're not going to be needing those again. So then when you open up your transmission, not your transmission, your axle, it's going to be two pieces like this. You've got the drive shaft input over here on this side with the ring, or with the pinion gear, and over here with the ring gear and spool locker. So what you're going to do is you're just going to simply take out your ring gear and locker. You won't be needing that. You won't be needing to do anything with that. So until the end, obviously. So basically, how this is going to work is the beef tube here, the silver part, is going to fit right there. The holes on the side here, right there, that hole, is going to line up with the holes that you would normally screw your C-hubs into. So in order to do that, we need to file down. There's a lip in there. You can kind of see it. Basically, that's what we're going to be filing down. It's pretty simple. You just need a file, round tail, or a round file, a rat tail file, just anything that'll take that away. If you have a Dremel tool with a sanding drum, that also works quite well. I don't have one, so I'm just going to be using a file, which is fine. So, again, that's just going to sit in there. Everything is going to pretty much line up as it should. Once you're done filing that away, everything should pretty much take care of itself. But we're going to go ahead. I'm going to file off the those little lips in there. Both halves need it done. I won't show that just because it's fairly simple. If you have your axle in front of you and you're looking at it, you will see what I mean. But if you have the wide tubes with you, you will see exactly what I mean. Basically, just get that nice and smooth in there, and then from there, it's very straightforward as to how to get these all installed and ready to go. So I'm going to do that. I'll come back once I've filed them out, gotten them pretty much all ready to go, and then we can do the rest of the install. Alright, so I have finished filing out the little spots in there. Be sure that when you do it, one side has a little thingy-mabob, I don't know what to call it, a little spot closer than the other side. So basically, the tube on this side is going to hit that divider right there. So you got to make sure that you file enough so it won't interfere. But this side, let's do it this way, you don't have to worry about, because it just slides right in there, somewhat like that. So, now that we've done that, one thing I want to tell you guys, try as best you can not to get plastic shavings into any grease that's in your housing, because otherwise you just get issues and it's just not good then. Next up, what you're going to do is get your spool gear and no, So not spool gear. This is the ring gear. Get your ring gear and your locker. Go ahead and set that in the appropriate direction. Put the bearings in the end of your beef tubes, as I already have. Slide your axle shaft in. Remember, those are the XR10 shafts. If you want to know, that is the part number for the XR10 front universal set. And these are the wide XR Mod aluminum beef tubes. They also come in brass if you want a little bit more weight down low in your truck. So just keep that in mind, depending what you want. If you want a little more weight, or if you just want to keep it light. So anywho, you're gonna want to get your axle shafts, put them into your locker. Mine don't go in very well. They're very tough because I'm using the locked up RC FI spool. They're very, very tight, so I will not put the ring gear in there for the rest of this demonstration. So what you're going to do is you're going to line up those holes with the holes that you would normally mount the SCX-10 C-hubs on. And the reason for that is so that you can have another screw to actually hold the tube in place. Because otherwise your tube is just free in there. It's not really doing anything. So then, once you have your ring gear in there with your axle shafts and your tubes, you can go ahead and put screws back in where you would normally put them for the... Come on, I'm trying to do this right here. Put screws in there, and there where you would normally put screws for the SCX-10 knuckles and C-hubs, or C-hubs. Put screws in the holes where you normally put screws for the SCX-10 C-hubs. That will clamp your housing together, as well as hold the shaft or the tube in place. While you're doing that, you want to take this ring, and that goes over the tube, which looks like needs to go on first. So I'm learning here too, and I have learned that you put the little, as I read, it was called beauty ring. I don't know, that's kind of a silly name to me, but you're going to put that on first. Looks like you're also going to have to file off that little nub where the screw goes in right there. I'm not going to do that right now because you guys get the idea. You slide that on, put the screw through that hole into the beef tube. If I can get it in there, maybe not. So yeah, basically you get the idea. You get your ring, and that goes onto the axle, which goes, and you put a screw through the ring, through the axle housing into the beef tube. Then you put your axle shaft in, put on your, oh, great. You can put on your Wraith knuckles and C-hubs, and basically go on and, you know, do your thing. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial of how to put in the wide XR Mod beef tubes. It's kind of falling apart here at the end, but that is okay. So, like I said, hope you guys have enjoyed. Be sure to go check out the rest of my crawler rebuild series. This is episode 5.5. But go and check out the rest of it. That's essentially what you're going to end up with. So, you know, like I said, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Check out the rest of my rebuild series. And have fun with your beef tubes. Makes them stronger. Gives you more wider stance. Allows you to clock your axles forward while having, so clock them forward, get a nicer drive shaft angle while still having your steering linkage level. So with that, I hope you guys have enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell next to the subscribe button to get notifications for all my videos. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Hope this tutorial has really helped you guys. I'm sorry I haven't really been able to put it all back together completely yet. But I hope it's helped you guys. So yeah, see you in the next one.